We started poorly. Gave up a few easy scores. England were on it. They were on it ahead of us today, and we found it hard to get momentum. Made a couple of mistakes, and then ended up chasing again. We got back into it at half time. We thought we had settled things down and weathered the storm, and thought we'd come out and change things a little bit, but wasn't to be, and we ended up chasing. And then when you're chasing a game like that from deep, the errors will get seized upon, and they take advantage of that. And then I thought England were really good, especially in the air as well. They cleaned up in the air. We struggled to get in the contest today, and they took the advantage out of that as well. They kicked really well as well. So overall, we were fairly beaten, I think.
Were you a little bit surprised by how high they did press up on you throughout the game?
No, I think they're top side, and they stopped their momentum today, and they put in really good hits out there. A little bit of a struggle to get from football, but at times, like I said, we thought we weathered the storm and got back into it. But they stayed in the fight, and again, I think they were just a bit more pumped than we were today for whatever reason. We'll go through it with a fine-tooth comb and see why that was. We had a great week of preparation, 2 weeks of preparation, and for whatever reason we were a little bit off it today, and they're top side, and they took advantage, and I think they fairly deserved their win. So it's just disappointing from our end.
You got back to 17-13 when Johnny kicked that penalty, but it's the last quarter particularly disappointing. They just pulled right away, and it was only a consolation try got us back within 12.
Yeah. Back to what I said about chasing the game, and any error is going to be taken advantage of, and they did that with Slade's intercept towards the end there. When you're chasing the game from deep, they can afford to be higher, they can afford to put a lot more pressure on you, and I think maybe could have managed the game a little bit. I don't know, we're going to have to review it, but it's a good position for them to be in, leading by that much, and us trying to play like that. But I think we had to get back into the game. So.
A tricky looking trip to Murrayfield. I'm in Scotland, running in a big score today, and it's 3 away games out of 4 for Ireland, just 1 more home game left.
Yeah, that's the exciting thing. I think this group has been through good days and bad days, and we bounce back well, and we're going to have to be really tight this week, and dust ourselves down, not feel sorry for ourselves. We know we're capable of big performances. We were a bit off today, so great. I think it's a great place to go and try and get a win and get back on track. Scotland are another quality side, tough place to go, and I think we'll dust ourselves off, learn from it, and head into next week ready to go.
Does it add to the frustration at all that you've given them 5 points, a big head start in this championship now as well?
Look, it's done, and we don't really think about that. I suppose come the last day that might be significant, it might be not. So we'll review the game. Like I said, look at our errors and look what went wrong, why we were off it a little bit, and focus on Scotland. England's done now. We can't do anything about it. We'll learn from it. We'll in the meeting room and review it and things like that. But we got to look at Scotland now, because they're a quality side too.
Is the important thing about this, because Joe was saying it's potentially a bit of a reality check in terms of the physicality that you'll need to be successful in the World Cup. So is the important thing now to kind of make sure that in the fullness of time you can look back and say, okay, fine, we did get bested that night, but we learned from it and we didn't let it happen again.
Yeah, exactly. I think you can spin it that way as well, and look at it as a positive. I don't feel like that now because it's a loss and it's tough to take. But we were off a little bit, and probably physically to start things off. There's no signs that we were just off it a little bit. We didn't front up enough and lost the collisions, and that was that in a nutshell. Really, there's obviously going to be other areas we're going to look at, but physically we know we can be there. We know we can be up at that level. We were just off, and we gotta sort that out. But I have full confidence in this group. Really, I genuinely do. We'll have a hard look at ourselves. We're an honest group. We'll regroup and regather ourselves and go again.
You spoke a lot about the team performance. What about your personal performance? How sharp are you feeling at the moment?
Yeah, feeling good. Yeah. I think if you feel match fit at this stage, back in the game, I think that was my 9th game and feeling match fit. Everyone's going to be disappointed with areas of their game when you have a loss, and that's just the nature of the sport. We'll move on and keep trying to get better and play better as a team and as individuals next week.
What is Joe like in the week after a loss? Is he the same, or is he a bit more harsher, and are you in for a tough week?
No, we're well used to I think the players are going to drive it as much as Joe and the coaching staff. We're bitterly disappointed. we're a group that demand high standards, and we didn't meet that this evening. And again, all credit to England. They were good today, and we were just a little bit off. And whatever we have from the coaches, they'll review the game and give us solutions and things we can work on. But I think as a playing group, we're going to be honest with ourselves and and drive it ourselves, because we want to get this back on track.
Conor, how damaging is it to the confidence? You said the preparation was good. You know the standards you've had in the last year and a half. So there's an element that it's almost a surprise that today happened. I mean, how damaging could that be to confidence?
I think we're a very realistic group, and we don't get ahead of ourselves. And after a defeat like that, well, it looks quite bad. It's small things that will probably need fixing and whatever. But I think the reason we're just, again, I keep going back to it, and sorry if I keep doing, but we were just a bit off. We were just a little bit flat. And at the start, we gave England with that. They overthrew at the line out and got momentum and eventually scored off it. That was an easy or quick way to give them a kind of front foot into the game, and they grew with that, and we battled back well. We don't go away that easy. So we'll regather and go again next week.